What's going on, YouTube? How's all the beautiful people? Well, I've got a short out about it. This is the 28 horse Briggs. Let's just see here. Model number 49M777. So 28 horse. Struggled, I picked this thing up not long ago. Struggling to get the flywheel off with a conventional puller, smacking it with a hammer, this, that, and the other. Couldn't get it. Anyways, I ordered the correct puller that is for these engines from Briggs and Stratton. And I'm less than 3 or 4 minutes. I mean, go watch the short. It's crazy. My next step was to put heat on it. But, nevertheless, got it off. If you remember or recall, the issue with this mower was it seems to run fine. It does need a carburetor cleaning, but it runs fine. Surges a touch, but it was not charging the battery. Well, look at there. The flywheel has been contacting that wire. From what I can see at this point, I believe the stator is fine, but the wire is not. So I'm going to pull the stator off, and I'm going to splice that wire back together and heat shrink both of them up good and get them tucked away. Find a better routing for it, perhaps. But anyway, I'll bring you back with any findings, and when I get it done, we'll see if she's charging. Alrighty, people. Well, there it is, back together. Got a butt connector that's heat shrink underneath that heat shrink, so I got to pull tight and wedge down between this tin and the starter to hopefully hold it down and keep it out of the flywheel. I don't know. Really no good way. There's not a ton of wire, so I can't really just take off and go somewhere else with it. But anywho, put it back together and see what happens. Alrighty, it's a couple minutes later. I got the flywheel back on. Got the stator hooked up. Cooling fan on. I'm just going to start it briefly to see what we got going on here. Prior to starting it with 12.48. So let's start it up, see what happens. Probably gonna, oh yeah, auto choke. Still need to tear into that system and see what's going on. All right, here we go. Contact. So the last clip was an epic fail, trying to do this with camera in one hand and multimeter in the other. Anywho, back here I wasn't getting shit. I was getting battery voltage. But I came up here and I tested the AC voltage coming out of the stator, and I had at full throttle I had like 38, 40. So I knew the stator's good. So I hooked that back up, pulled the red wire, grounded up here, and checking the output of the voltage regulator right here, I was getting 13.5. So I know our charging system is good. I have got a gremlin between here and the battery. So let me get that sorted out and bring you back and get you set up so that you can actually see that it's charging, because I'm not full of smoke sometimes, but not now. Okay, let's try this shit again. Get started here. Bear with me now. Okay, it's the next day. You guys aren't going to believe me, but let me show you the output now. You can hear it running. You won't be able to hear me, but I'll shut it off here in a second after I show you. Just purring away. Oh, ain't that the shit? It's just run out of gas. Okay. Huh? I'll bring you back. Man, let's try again, huh? Take 47. Okay. Pre-voltage. Headlights are on right now, so that's kind of been falling. Key. I left the key on. Let's see if she'll start. It might take it a second. It's got this stupid ass automatic fuel management crap. As you guys could see, she was a charging, and what it took to get it to this point is I have a donor tractor out back that I was certain the regulator was good on, so I borrowed it, put it on here, nothing. So I thought, well, what's the chances of both of them being bad? Well, I went on down the rabbit hole and went to chasing the rest of the bull crap. You know, you got wiring down here on the solenoid. I don't know what these wires are coming out here. I would assume maybe a reverse sensor that is no longer employed. But anyways, I was getting voltage to the regulator from the battery, so therefore I knew the charging circuit was good. My output on the stator was 28, 29 volts, which is perfect. So I thought, well, crap, I've got this one. And to my knowledge, it was good to go. So I pulled the voltage regulator off this one. Put it on there. Nothing. And I was dead set. You know, there's just no way 3 at this point were bad. So I went down that rabbit hole again, chasing wires, chasing connections, really just questioning everything that I thought I knew, because I just knew there was no way that was going to be 3 bad regulators, right? So I've got one more tractor in there in the garage on the lift table, and I started it up and made sure it was charging. Brought that regulator out here, and it don't look to be in the best of shape, but it's the only one out of the 4 that will charge. So there you have it. Don't just assume. Crazy things can happen. There's that stupid. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about that. I'm not a fan. I'd rather have a choke lever, but you know. Anyways, you guys will be seeing more of this. It needs some TLC. I got a deck belt for it. I just got to put it on. Come up with a discharge chute. Really, it just needs a hell of a good cleaning. What it needs. I don't recall what kind of shape the blades are in, but engine-wise, it seems to run well. I still need to go through the carburetor. It's got that kind of a surge about it, but anyways, you just need some love. But anyhow, that'll be the next project that I get into. I gotta rebuild that engine, so stay tuned for that. And like and sub, you beautiful pepper. Catch you on the next one.